What's up, guys? The Snowman here, back with another soccer or football demonstration video today. It's how to take the perfect penalty kick. Penalty kicks can be very nerve-wracking, so we're going to go through some really simple step-by-step tips. And really, these tips are good for shooting in all situations, not just at the penalty spot, but on a breakaway or whatever the case. So this is how to shoot the perfect penalty.
And penalty kicks are pretty rare in soccer. We have them either because an attacker was fouled in the penalty box during a game, or a penalty shootout in a tie game after regulation and extra time. It's such a unique situation, one-on-one between the kick taker and goalkeeper. The penalty is taken from 11 meters or 12 yards away from the goal. And tip number one is the most important thing I could ever say about penalty kicks. You have to keep the penalty shot on frame. All right, if it's not on target, you have a 0% chance of scoring. And I know that might sound like a really obvious tip, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen it. So many times on TV, even from the best in the game like Lionel Messi or Kylian Mbappe. You look like a fool when you sky it past the net. You basically have about an 80% chance of scoring on a penalty kick as a kick taker. All the pressure is on you as opposed to the goalkeeper. That's why it's so vital to keep the shot on target. Force the goalie to make a save, because half the time they'll dive the opposite way anyways. The goalkeeper essentially has to guess on penalties. So tip number one, make sure your shot is on target. There's nothing more important. Tip number two, kind of along the same lines, precision is more important than power. Where you accurately place the ball has a far greater impact than how hard you kick it. Of course, power and pace is always a factor, but if you kick the ball low into the bottom corner or high into the top corner, those kind of shots will always be tougher to save than a powerful line drive right at the keeper. Remember, a soccer net is 8 yards in width. You want to use that width to your advantage and keep the goalie moving from side to side. Tip number three is to take a deep breath. Penalty kicks can be extremely nerve-wracking. Try to calm yourself down as much as possible. Something I do when I get nervous is I think very specifically on the exact steps I need to do to be successful. Maybe you just stare at the part of the ball you're about to kick. Go over in your head the act of stepping forward, driving through the ball, and finishing the kick. Oftentimes, a good deep breath is a smart way to help lower your heart rate. Our fourth tip today is don't give anything away with your eyes. The goalkeeper probably going to try to read your eyes, so it's important not to look where you're about to kick. Instead, focus on the ball or somewhere else. You don't want to be too obvious by looking directly where you're about to strike. And my fifth point isn't really a tip, but celebrate. At the end of the day, soccer is a game. Don't be too hard on yourself if your penalty shot gets saved. Savor the moments where you're able to score and come through for your team. I used to always imitate my favorite football players' celebrations. You know, scoring a penalty takes a lot of grit and determination, so have fun with it and take a moment to enjoy the victories.
Thanks a lot for watching my how to take the perfect penalty kick video. Please leave a comment. Let me know if this was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for plenty more soccer and football videos. Cheers!